All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the new hand cannon, the hand cannon of the Witch Queen, Season 16, the Cantata-57 God Roll Guide. If you're doing the farm, I got two farm videos up. There's the new one, and then there's the old one with the 3 chests. If you're doing that farm, this weapon will drop from you. When it drops from you, you're going to want to know what are the good perks, what are the bad perks, what do I want to keep on this weapon. And that's what I'm here to do. We're going to break down the full God Rolled guide. So I pull up D2 Gunsmith here, and we have every single perk option possible. All right, we're going to go down the list, starting from the easy stuff, which we're going to go with a range Masterwork, because these weapons right here, they don't have as nearly good range as like 120s or pulse rifles, so you're going to want to extend the range as much as possible. For sure, you're going to want to get maxed out that range. Range Masterwork is a must. We'll start there. Of course, we'll go from that, and then we'll be throwing on a little bit of a Icarus grip. That'll be the mod of choice. And then in terms of barrels, I could go with more range, but personally, I really like the added benefit of Fluted Barrel. It gives you plus 13 handling and plus 4 stability. Obviously, it's not bad to have Hammerforged rifling, but Fluted Barrel is really, really nice. That's so much more handling. That's plus 17 stats, whereas Hammerforged rifling is plus 9. So you can just think of the, 17 greater than 9. However, obviously, these 140s, they have pretty good handling overall, so you don't necessarily need it, but it feels extra smooth and extra crispy when you do have that. So a part of the God roll that I think is Fluted Barrel. However, I know a lot of people probably go the Hammer Forged route. So either or will be just fine. Moving on, next we have Accurized rounds for sure in the magazine because you get a plus 9 range. This is really, really strong. I do sometimes like appended mag though, so I'll give that as an alternative. But for the majority of people out there, the 5 out of 5 God roll, as most people like to call it, will include Accurized rounds. Now that we've got past the easy part, right? That's the easy stuff. Now we got to get into the big perks, the powerful perks, the traits, and go over what are the best. We have Eye of the Storm, which is one of the best dueling perks out there. If you get this proc, you're not going to be missing your shots. It says right here, the effects. You get minus 40 accuracy cone. It's crazy. Once you get Eye of the Storm proc, I've talked about this so many times. It doesn't proc until you get injured pretty bad, but when it does proc, you're going to be hitting all those shots, which is really important, especially when you're trying to land 3 headshots with a 140 RPM. That third headshot is always the hardest one to hit because you're getting flinched and getting shot and all this stuff is going on. So Eye of the Storm, I think, is one of the absolute best perks for 140 RPMs. Hipfire Grip just recently got buffed. I don't really think you're going to be running around with this weapon hip-firing it a ton per se, but I will give it a try and see how good Hipfire Grip works on this. I would definitely choose Eye of the Storm over Hipfire Grip previously, but we'll see what new Hipfire Grip is like. Next up, we have Rapid Hit. This is definitely going to be not a bad perk, but this is probably one of the weakest perks in this slot right here. While precision hits do give increased reload speed, these tend to have really good reload speed already, and you can put the reload mod on your gauntlet, and the increase of stability can be nice actually, but is really not that necessary. Heating Up is a really powerful perk for these weapons. Honestly, I had a roll with Heating Up and I was just hitting crazy shots, but it does proc on the second kill, so it's a little more, if you get those kills, you can keep winning type of philosophy, whereas Eye of the Storm doesn't require you to get a kill, which is why I would say Eye of the Storm is better than Heating Up. Compulsive Reloader is a cool perk, and personally I reload a lot, so this is like my kind of perk, but I definitely would not choose Compulsive Reloader over Eye of the Storm. And Steady Hand's also a really cool perk, but again, like with Heating Up, you have to get a kill for this to proc. So overall, best perk in slot here is Eye of the Storm, and me and a good majority of people that I play PvP with would agree this is like the best dueling perk, and you really want this if you're getting into a lot of hand cannon fights. Moving on to the next slot, we have Moving Target, which has always been a really good perk because you get that increase to aim assist, which is really good if you're on controller, and also that ADS, that strafe speed is good as well. So Moving Target is an excellent perk actually, and not necessarily a bad one. Like if you got Moving Target Eye of the Storm, it's not like you got a bad roll. You got a really good roll, but wouldn't call it particularly the God roll. Focus Fury is this new perk that's out now, and it's all right. I mean, it has some strengths, has some weaknesses, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as strong as the next perk we're going to talk about, which is Opening Shot. I think that Eye of the Storm Opening Shot is probably the best God roll you can get of this because the first shot is going to be super nasty. The third shot is going to be really nasty with this, so it's really just the second shot that you stand a chance at missing. And I will go over a second god roll in just a moment, though. Vorpal, really good for melting supers. However, you're not fighting that many supers in PvP anyways, and this is a PvP god roll guide. Next up, Time Paler is actually really good as well, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as helpful as Opening Shot. And then the last one would be the alternative god roll, which would be Rangefinder. Is always so good. This adds so much range to your weapon and is always going to be a really good option for 140 RPM. So the number one god roll, in my opinion, is probably Opening Shot, Eye of the Storm, Accurized, Fluted Barrel, a Range Masterwork, and the number two god roll would be Rangefinder, Eye of the Storm, Accurized, Fluted Barrel, and a Range Masterwork. Those are the best ones to chase for. And all the other perks, I gave my opinion of how good they are. And of course, if you get a roll that has, Compulsive Loader and Opening Shot, it's not bad, but probably not a god roll, in my opinion. So keep that in mind. And best of luck to you out there in your efforts to farm for these rolls of the weapon. I give you my good streamer RNG mojo. And make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.